Good evening. My name is Todd Sesker. I am the president of the Faribault Rotary Club. I am also the superintendent of the Faribault Public Schools. I am honored to be here to celebrate our 55th annual Rotary Youth Services Concert. It is a special privilege of the Faribault Rotary Club to sponsor this performance as a tribute to all the talented young people you will see and hear tonight. This concert started as a cooperative venture between Rotary Club and the Faribault High School Music Department to provide our Rotary Club with a way of raising some funds for two specific purposes. One is to support and operate the Faribault Rotary Youth Camp, and the second is to give out scholarships to our music students. This is the first event of the year for the band, choir, and orchestra, although the band has played in a number of pep band festivities. And our first performance will be by our choir, directed by Grace Simpson. There's it. They're coming. Grace Simpson is originally from Menominee. Grace Simpson is originally from Menominee, Wisconsin. She graduated from Luther College in Decorah, Iowa in 2020 with a Bachelor's of Arts in Music Education. This is Ms. Simpson's second year serving the Faribault community as a director of choral activities at Faribault High School. She is a member of the Minnesota Choral Directors Association and the Minnesota Music Educators Association. She lives in Burnsville with her partner Rachel and their corgi puppy S'more. In her spare time, Ms. Simpson enjoys scholarship of women in music theory, or music history, yoga, and Latin American literature. With no further ado, Ms. Simpson. While we wait for our transition, I would like to let you know a little bit more about the two programs that the Faribault Rotary Club supports with this particular event. The Rotary Youth Camp is an 18-acre site located on Cedar Lake. The camp is available to youth groups, churches, organizations, and family groups looking for a facility to host picnics and gatherings. The Camp Lodge is a 3-season facility that includes a full kitchen, indoor restrooms, a large lakeside deck, and a dock. Our Rotary Club also uses the funds raised this evening for youth music scholarships. And Mr. Timmer, I think we're going to recruit you here for a second. Students may use the scholarships to further their music experience. For example, students have used the money for voice lessons, new instruments, attending musical performances, or just to continue their music education. It is my pleasure to introduce this year's scholarship winners, and I'm going to introduce all 3 of them, or 4 of them, and have them come up on stage, and then you guys can acknowledge them. I have Mr. Timmer here to make sure that I'm pronouncing the names correctly. So first of all, okay. All right, he confirmed it, so if I messed it up, it's his fault, not mine. All around is Abby Bryan, so Abby, come on up. Oh, she's here. Okay. All right, so we'll give her a little bit of transition because she just was in choir. Lee Yi Chen and Hallie Rice for orchestra. So if you guys can come up and be recognized and stand up here on the stage. These again are scholarships that these students will be able to use for voice lessons, new instruments, attending musical performances, or again to continue their music education. And the last one we have from choir is Ricky Cordova. So Ricky, as soon as he's up here, he can certainly be here. You know, we'll give these 2 a round of applause, and when the next 2 come up, we'll recognize them. So thank you guys. Congratulations. There's Ricky. All right, Ricky's up here. Congratulations, Ricky, for a music scholarship that you just won from the Rotary. When Abby comes out, we'll introduce her. Our next performing group is the Faribault High School Orchestra, conducted by Michael Sloan. Born and raised in the Philadelphia area, Mr. Sloan began playing trumpet in the elementary band, and after acquiring a bass in 8th grade, he studied bass throughout his time at Great Valley High School. A few highlights of his career: he served active duty in the U.S. Coast Guard in Honolulu, Hawaii, and Alaska. For several years following, Mr. Sloan worked for Celebrity and Norwegian Cruise Lines, while studying music at Virginia Commonwealth University in Richmond, Virginia. Later, he earned a BS in music education from Westchester University, Pennsylvania. While living in the Philadelphia area, he played in several area orchestras, gaining substantial experience in an orchestra setting. He resides in Dodge County with his family, horse, dog, cats, and chickens. Hobbies are old cars and any kind of music. One highlight of teaching in Faribault is watching the students find that magical moment when they are making music. All right. Congratulations, Abby. You received one of the Rotary Music Scholarships. And we just recognize you along with the other 3 that we recognize also. So these folks are. So congratulations. Good job. All right. Thank you, Abby. With that, I'll let him finish setting up, and then I will turn it over to Mr. Sloan. Faribault Rotary Club does various projects in this community, ranging from a buddy bench at the elementary schools all the way to providing clean water in Cambodia. We're very proud of our Rotary Club in Faribault. If you want to know a little bit more about what Faribault Rotary is, don't be afraid to contact me. Most of you know where you can get a hold of me. And it's not me sending out a message about snow or days that are getting canceled. But Rotary is a great organization, and I would encourage you to check it out. And if you're interested in joining, let us know. Faribault Public Schools continues to support these very important programs. As a superintendent for Faribault Public Schools, I know how important these programs are. Music has a direct impact on a successful academic career, social, emotional well-being, and creativity. We are very proud of our students and staff that make our programs successful. Our final performance is the Faribault High School Band, directed by Joseph Timmer. Joe is excited to serve the Faribault community in his 13th year of teaching and his 8th year at Faribault High School. He has previously served as band director at Washington Junior High School in Conroe, Texas, and in Sleepy Eye Public Schools. He is a member of the Minnesota Band Directors Association, National Association for Music Education, and Minnesota Music Educators Association, and is currently the music representative for the Minnesota State High School League for Region 2A, or Region 1 AA. A South Dakota native, Joe graduated from Luther College with a BA in Music Education from Luther and an MM in Wind Band Conducting at Minnesota State University Mankato, where he was also a graduate teaching assistant for the band program. Joe lives in Northfield with his wife Amanda and their daughters Amelia and Genevieve. In his free time, he enjoys cooking, baking, and relaxing with his family. With that, I am going to turn this over to Mr. Timmer as they get set up for our next performance from the Faribault High School Band. Let's give them a nice round of applause.
Before we play our final piece, I'd like to just, on behalf of my colleagues, Ms. Simpson and Mr. Sloan, thank you all so much for coming and supporting our wonderful students. Parents, we could not do it without you. And we thank each and every one of you so much for your support of the students on the stage, our orchestra students and our choir students. Again, we couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much to our students. We've all put in an awful lot of work, and we are eternally grateful for everything that you've all done. Thank you so much to Mark Tuzignot in the sound booth, and I'm not sure if Troy Temple is up there, and whoever else is in the sound booth. Thank you so much for your help. And then finally, our administration. We couldn't do it without our administration, the financial support of the Faribault Public Schools, of our instruments, and then obviously of having these programs. So as you travel home tonight, please be safe. As you travel for Thanksgiving this week, please be safe. Students, thank you so much, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, sir.